Okay, today we're going to compare this Motorcraft oil filter number Fl500S to this very expensive Fomoco oil filter number HG7Z6731A. And I got this Motorcraft oil filter from Rock Auto for $3.78 plus shipping. And you can get this Fomoco oil filter at OEMFordPart.com for $77.53 plus shipping. But I got this oil filter for free. Yep, a very generous viewer sent me this oil filter. His name is Gary Frazier from South Carolina. Thanks, Gary. And this Fomoco oil filter fits the Ford GT. Yep, the one with the 3.5 V6 engine. Both filters are similar on the outside. Same size threads, gasket, and they're basically the same size length. So Gary wants me to do a comparison video, and we'll all get to see why this Fomoco oil filter costs 20 times more than this Motorcraft oil filter. So let's get started.
This is a for you gotta glue the silicone, get nice and tight. Get your inner here, filtration right here.
Okay, let's start with the Motorcraft. We'll start with the box. Not really too much important writing here, but it just says silicone main drain back valve, pressure relief valve. That's about it, really. Let's open her up and see what she looks like. And the date code 910-122-123. This is a sticker. And here we see majority content made in USA. 7 inlet holes. They're elongated inlet holes. Looks to be a silicone drain back valve, which that's what they say it is. See a metal core with louvers, a base end bypass valve right there, and this is a nitro rubber gasket, which is on here pretty good. Yeah, it's on here real good. There it goes. Pretty thick also. What we got for threads here? Yeah, about three threads there. Okay, let's look at the Fomoco oil filter. Comes in a box like this, pretty plain, and it comes wrapped in this bubble wrap. The date code is F03N17F1. This is printed on. Made in USA. Right here's the filter number. Okay, she has 8 inlet holes. And it also looks like to be a metal core with louvers. Base end bypass valve. Nitro rubber gasket, which is also on here pretty good. Yep, also very thick. We'll compare these afterwards with the Motorcraft. And this one looks to have more grooves there, more threads. Maybe about 4 or 5. Get it focused in here. Okay, so let's see these guys. Yeah, the base plates look different. Yeah, both gaskets look to match up pretty good. And you can see they're pretty much the same height. The Fomoco might be just a tiny bit taller. Not much though. Okay, look at the difference here. This one feels a little heavier. I say we open them up and see why this one costs so much more than this one. Be right back. Okay, here they are cut open. Let's get their weights. The Motorcraft weighs 292 grams. The Fomoco weighs 400 grams. The Motorcraft base plate weighs 111 grams. And the Fomoco base plate weighs 188 grams. Quite a bit difference there. Fomoco's heavier. See why in a minute here. Got more threads. And also, if you look here, look at the depth in the inlet holes. You can see that it's pretty thick compared to the Motorcraft on my right. Yeah, the Fomoco's got a heavier duty base plate. And they both got silicone drain back valves. Slightly different look, but this is for the Fomoco. Covers up the holes nicely. And this is for Motorcraft, which also covers up the holes nicely. Okay, the filter elements. Motorcraft weighs 110 grams. The Fomoco weighs 114 grams. Let's take a look at it. Metal crimp seam. This looks like Purelator made to me with a string. I counted 58 pleats. They're nicely spaced. There's a little excess glue here, a little here, and it's the clear colored glue. It's not the black stuff that you usually see. This stuff I think is harder. Feels like a harder glue. Metal end caps with a bypass valve right here. Yeah, you can see the sloppiness there. And I don't know what this filter media is made out of or the micron rating. They don't say nothing on the website where this came from. But it looks a lot like the Motorcraft filter media. This is the Motorcraft. I counted same amount of pleats, 58 pleats, glued seam though, big space here. Also sloppy with the glue, but this has got the dark glue. Metal end caps, bypass valve. And this is a cellulose polyester blend media with a micron rating of 80% at 20 microns. Yeah, they kind of, that's a big gap. I don't like that. That's not too good. Okay, let's look at, they both have stamp leaf springs, identical stamp leaf springs. Okay, it says 7. Sometimes they'll say 8. 7 grams. 7 grams. Okay. Both the same. They're both the same leaf springs. The cans are different though. The Motorcraft can is thinner, 58 grams. The Fomoco can weighs 87 grams. It's thicker. I was getting about 0.62 millimeters. Yeah, 0.61 millimeters. And for the Motorcraft, I was getting about 0.38. About 0.38 millimeters. Quite a bit thinner. 0.4 to 0.5 is average, but you can feel it. You can feel this one's thinner. Fomoco's a better can. Yeah, so the quality looks a little bit better on the Fomoco because of these gaps here. Well, I say we cut these filters open, stretch them out, and see how long they are. Okay, I forgot to measure the width of the filter media, and I already cut these guys open. So I'm going to measure it like this. This is the Motorcraft. The Motorcraft is 2.69 inches wide. And the Fomoco is, get that straight, 2.72 inches wide. Okay, and I'll stretch these guys out and see how long they are. Be right back. Okay, here they are stretched out, and they're both 47¼ inches long. Okay, let's measure the thickness of this filter media. This is the Fomoco. 1.05 millimeters thick. And the Motorcraft. 0.94 millimeters thick. A little bit thinner. Not too much, but a little bit. They look like up close. I mean, these guys feel the same, and they look almost the same, just a little darker on the Motorcraft, the color, but I don't know, they feel and look the same. Could be the same medias, I don't know. They decided to put a metal crimp seam on the Fomoco, though. They must think this is better than the glued seam. And the string also. Okay, let's look at the rest of the filters. So let's look at the good and the bad. Okay, the cans. Definitely the Fomoco is better. It's almost twice as thick. So it's a better can. So I give the can to Fomoco. The base plates I give to Fomoco because it's thicker. It's got more threads. It's more heavy duty. Yeah, so that goes to Fomoco. The stamp leaf springs, that's a wash. They're both the same. These are a wash, basically, because they're both silicone. The only thing I don't understand is why most of the ones that I've seen with the Motorcraft, they have these things on them. You know, all the ones with the bypass valves on the base end usually have this on them, so that the oil can go through there. This is like one for just that has a bypass on the dome end. I don't know, it's almost like it's the wrong one, but it's the one they decided to put on, I guess. So, and metal core. As I was cutting this one, it fell apart. But these both look identical. I mean, the bypass valve setting could be a different setting, but they look the same. The core looks the same. The end caps. The only thing is the glue. See, this has got the darker glue. This has got that darker glue, and it's like softer. So this, when I was cutting it, it just came right apart. But this one here has got that lighter colored glue, cream colored. It's harder glue. I was trying to get this apart, and I don't want to cut myself, but this is on here. Yeah, this ain't coming apart too easy. It's a stronger glue. See right here, it's a strong glue. It's hard. You know, does it hold up to hot oil? I don't know, but looking at it this way, it looks like a better glue. It reminds me of the ones that are on the Purelator Boss oil filters. So I'm in no way recommending that you use an Fl500 oil filter on your Ford GT. I mean, if this is the filter they recommend, a Fomoco, I would use it, or maybe even use something else. But I can't see the cost difference. I mean, there isn't really that much difference between these two oil filters. The Fomoco is a little better built, but that's almost $80 filter, and this one's almost a $4 filter. Does that justify the cost? I don't think so. What do you guys think? And again, I want to thank Gary for sending me this Fomoco oil filter. Thanks, Gary. That was very generous of you. So I think I'll wrap this video up. Don't forget, Oil Filter Friday. I open up a new automotive oil filter every Friday on this YouTube channel. So if you like this video, please hit that like button. Thanks for watching, and take care. The Motorcraft filter media weighs 17 grams. The Fomoco filter media weighs 19 grams.